Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is DJCrawf, your controller here, and we will be going for another ride aboard Railroad Tycoon 2, the Platinum Edition, on the Crawford Express. We will skip out on the Porcelain Express because I will not take you down the toilet today as we embark on 20th century.
Wow, another great job in Central Europe. You've become quite the talk of the town. Now it's back into the trenches, as France is in desperate need of your talent.
Oh, oui, I'll jump on board this train. Haha. There we go. There's my terrible French impersonation for this episode. I'll try to keep them to a minimum. I'm going to run with old Tom Crampton. I don't know who he is and I don't know what he does, but I think that I want the 15% on the engine speed more than I want an extra 80 grand and a bit of goodwill or the 3-truck shay.
From the tranquil agricultural settings in the Bordeaux to the intensifying industrialization in the cities, France's underperforming hodgepodge of rails is a source of economic irritation and national shame. Ironically, France's nationalism cup runneth over. It's national and industrial power that France wants from you and your rail building. While we're here, I think I'll partake of some of that fine cuisine. Where can I get me some of them French fries?
I don't think he's hitting the right place for some French fries. But in the mid-1800s, France is suffering from the revolt and social unrest. Lead a revival of the French spirit and expand her industrial might by controlling as many European industries as you can. Be careful in selecting only those industries which are showing signs of prosperity. So, to win bronze, we must have a total industry investment of at least $10 million by the end of 85. For silver, at least $1 million of profit in 1 year. And for gold, we must have both of these by 75. So, I'm thinking 75 is probably going to be a bit out of my reach, considering I'm not an industry tycoon, but I will give it a go at 75, but I am happy for silver for this one, I think. So we'll just start on pause so we can assess what we have going on here. I'm going to have a look at Paris to start with. So I hate when they do this, and they put in a station that doesn't really cover the whole entire town. So there we go, that looks a little bit better. And then we have do we have any wool? We have some wool there, and that is connected, so we could look at connecting that one up if that's the plan. It's a bit of wool there. I'm just going to have a look where this train is coming from, because it's obviously coming from somewhere. Well, that's a whole lot of train track that's doing nothing. It's bizarre. That train is coming from it's coming from Paris, but doesn't really have any place to go. He doesn't really care. Now let's have a look. We'll add this baby in here. Oops, we're not going to. Oh yeah, we'll get everything there. As soon as we can actually upgrade that one to a large one without deleting something. So hopefully we don't get too many more houses in this Le Mans. Otherwise we'll have to actually rebuild over the top. So we're going to use this one to transport passengers from Paris. Oops. We'll do this. My favourite standard. That train is running on negative $1.5 million. Jeez. Now I wonder if we've got some other companies. I might just wait a minute before other guys that are looking to make some dollars. So hopefully they'll start a company up that I can jump on board early on to make myself my own fortune. Because ultimately, if I just take over their companies, then I can hopefully just make plenty of money for the industries that I would like. Now I'm also going to put a little train station. I'm just going to see if I can get access to a loan to start with. There we go. So I'll issue some bonds, and I'll issue a little bit of excuse me, and a bit of stock as well. Because what I want to do is use this as my first industry investment. Not yet, though. I'll wait for it to pick up a little bit because I don't want to be losing money in the early term. Now it's a bit disappointing we're going to get iron dukes, but I'll work with that. So we're going to use this wool, and we'll only send it when it's full because iron dukes are goddamn expensive. and then we'll send back here. We'll just send some produce as a token gesture, I guess. We have a desire for produce here, so what I might do is on the way back from Le Mans, I might send one round of produce. Although I could actually send a dedicated produce train. I'm not going to worry too much about it for now. No, I have actually done that wrong. I was meant to put 3 with like that, because I don't think there'll be a whole lot of mail coming through. Although I feel like it might be better just to run a produce train. I might actually let's do that. I'm concerned about the distance that has, and I don't want to lose out on any potential money, because ultimately mail is far more valuable than produce. So we'll only send it when it's full. And from Paris we'll send back 2 of those each, just in case we want to do something with that a bit later on. Okay, I think we're pretty good to go. Let's start this baby up. We've got some grain here. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with that grain, but I could use it to pump up my sheep meal, which would be nice, I think. Actually, what I could do is if I just run this one a little bit further. Then what we'll do is we'll put whoops, probably should have thought about that. A little bit. It's okay. We'll just run a bit of a diverging track line, which I'm perfectly okay with. So we've got our train station here. So what we might do is we'll send another train. It's going to go from there and back up. So we'll send a nice big round of grain through, and a bit of we'll collect the wool from there, and then we're going to send goods down to Le Mans. And Le Mans can just send some token produce if there's any chilling around. Actually, we won't do that. We'll just send one there. So I'm going to have to look for another city, because it won't be very long before these guys don't really have an interest in goods, and at the moment they're only at 4 anyway. So the next nearest place we're looking at is Potios, and there isn't actually a whole lot of people about, like a lot of places. What do they want over here? So we want some. They demand goods, and that's kind of what I like. What I liked here, because it means that they'll probably want goods for a fair while. So let's start to run a little bit of money between these guys. And now we haven't got any guys starting up companies. Oh, there we go. So that's that one just there. I'm assuming they're just got to run. So let's we'll buy 2 lots of these, $2,000, which will pump up his company a little bit, and it'll also give us a bit of windows to do a bit of things with. So here we have some paper mills. We have plenty of coal going around here. Some goods. Do we have a steel factory? And do we have iron? Let's because that would be enormous. Because of the value of steel companies, it would be pretty beneficial to be able to get some stuff going here. Now we need a roundhouse. We need some waterhouse and sanding. That's going to kind of empty our money tanks for a little while. So we'll try and send this passenger train. I don't really care. Board directors can go screw themselves. Now I might just check what old Tommy Boy did for me. So he's going to give me some faster acceleration, faster steam, and track maintenance is going to be 10% higher. So what I'm going to look for is cheap track building more than anything else. La Mans a boletta, haha. Probably terrible impersonation again. Now let's buy this sheep farm and see if we're going to get some dollars out of it. For the moment, they're just building up some cargo, so they won't be making a whole lot of money. Now, the concern I have is that I don't want to go too much into debt. that might be better distribution if I could put 1,000 each, so that if they're splitting and if they're going really well, then I'll be able to sell out early. So this one here, it says good, but probably not good enough for me to really worry about it. And this one's also good, but I'm going to leave that one as well. So my stocks have split, but oh, there we go. See, this one here is worth a bit now. So let's just leave that one around. Now that was them selling sheep, was it? Oh no, they're still waiting for cargo here. Let's warehouse, I think it was for wool. Yeah, buy that one. Buy the warehouse here as well. Now we'll just leave that one. We'll pause her up for a second. Now we've got plenty of passengers here, and probably not. Oh yeah, we've got a bit there. So I'm going to try to connect up the next place on the list. Although I'm thinking I might try to utilise some of this double tracking, because it won't be long before. Oh, don't have money anyway. What am I even trying to make some stuff? So there we go. That's what I want to hear. 300 grand to connect to Rennes. So let's put in a little station here. Maybe a big station. We'll have to spend big to get big. That's probably not going to give me anything yet, because it probably wants me to connect it to a probably wants to be connected to, where is it? There, over there. So we'll just I'm pretty willing to take another loan for the moment. My credit rating says CCC, so I actually can't buy another loan anyway. But that should stop anyone being able to buy. Now we're going to connect up straight up to that one. They gave me 300 grand, which is what I need to keep going. And I'm just going to delete this crappy little track. Oops, that one, because ultimately that's just going to cost me money in maintenance. Probably not much, but it's enough for me to not be very happy. Now that's very concerning. We're not getting a whole lot of profit generation from that little fella just yet. We'll wait though. We'll wait patiently, and hopefully rest assured that we'll get exactly what we want eventually. So we've got coal now. We're not early enough for places. Oh, there's a steel. I was looking at before trying to find a steel place, and there's one in Paris. Idiot. I'm sure plenty of you watching this would have been thinking exactly the same thing. A very expensive bridge for me to just buy then, but it's a beautiful piece of infrastructure that will carry me into the future. So what I'm hoping to do is just to get to Le Mans. Like that. So at least we've got a bit of double track between the two, so we're not going to have any delays in now. Just check on these babies again. So this guy's splitting. This guy's they've all split a fair bit, and now I've went from having negative very little stock to having over $1 million. So I'm happy to just sit there for a while and just let it keep growing from splits and whatnot. But I might run a passenger train from Paris down to Rennes. Make it go at least half full. And this one's consuming a little bit that we're not making any money off. That one, despite that we probably should be. Oh, actually no, it's because it's only just leaving. So 220 grand, that should boost us up a little bit as soon as it gets there. Poor. Now let's we'll try to run a little bit of a quick train system between these two, because these two seem to have a nice little niche connection. They're close enough that we should be able to get a fair bit of money from them. That one's going to hopefully boost. Or I could send this one straight to I could connect this guy up and then send him straight to Paris, which would be an interesting thought, and I'm almost considering it. Because Paris is the hub, and Paris is, look at that. But I might send, we'll just send a little one between the two so they can grow quickly. Out of cash, a bit short on the dosh. Investors are excited. That's what I like to hear. They're not going to try to overthrow me anytime soon, which also makes me happy. So let's go with, just go with 2-2 there on that one, and then for this one we're going to go 2 of these. Might just send it like that, because I just want to get rid of a little bit of that coal. It won't sell much and it won't do a whole lot, but it may as well use it if it's there, even if it's not going to give us all the dollars we would like. So this train here is hopefully going to generate me a good amount of dollars. We'll send in a standing water and roundhouse there. There we go. So, I wonder if this guy's doing alright. Yeah, he's doing alright now. Now, we'll just recheck the stock prices. So, we now have a fair bit of our own stock here, because it's splitting like crazy. So, I'm just going to leave all of it and see if I can just, I've doubled my investment just from sitting. We'll go with, Warren Buffett's principles of multiplication, or whatever he calls it. Very lucrative. Buy that baby as well. 33 grand. Oops. And I'm going to buy these sheep farms here. We'll buy the warehouse to reduce penalties. We're going to send a train. We'll send it from Paris, and then we'll send it down to Rennes. Paris is going to send the goods. Rennes can just send some coal if it's got it sitting around. That'll hopefully give me a little bit more investment, more profitability, more goodness. Now I've got plenty of money, we'll better spend that one. So the coal's not doing a whole lot. We have this little town here. What we probably want to look for is we can send some dedicated coal up there, but we need iron. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Bit of iron. Because places like steel. There we go, that one's connected to the system. What we'll do though is we'll just finish this double route up, because the last thing we want is penalties and loss of dollar, because we weren't smart enough to double line everything. Oops. Yeah. There we go, that's pretty much everything. Except for that bridge there, but we'll come back to him when it's needed. Oops. It's very lucrative and I can't buy it. Try it, now it's mine. So we're getting a little bit of money off that one, we're getting a little bit of money off him. I'm going to try to get my hands on, I've got enough money for it, there we go. That one's making a little bit of money. It will start making a lot more soon. Now I need to find someone who's interested in the steel. I'm pretty sure that was steel. Yeah, we want the steels to turn to goods. We'll send those goods down to these boys down here. So what I'm going to do is I'll send one thing full of coal. So we'll send one train full of coal to Paris, and we'll ask it to wait for the goods to be ready. So we'll wait for it to be full, because I believe that one for one makes two. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll send them back to, oops, they want to go into, that's actually not the right thing, is it? We're wanting steel. We're going to get those steels at Le Mans, and we'll turn him into goods. And we're going to send them back down to Nantes. And Nantes to, we'll just send them just in case there is stuff there for it. And this guy up here wants, they want goods. So yeah, so we'll connect these up as well. We'll come back and we'll double that bridge at some point. But for the moment, we'll just sit on the one. It's going to be a whole lot cheaper for us. Because if there's only one train coming across it, it's not going to be that much of a penalty, I don't believe. Although there will be two very quickly going over these two. So what we'll do from here is we'll send some iron. We'll get some iron from here down to Paris. And we'll only send it when it's full. Paris is only going to leave when it's full of steel. So it'll mean that these two consistent cars that I just made on each other will be very dependent on one another. But I'm okay with that. And then from here, we're going to send. Let's find out what Paris wants, and let's find out what this boy makes. So he's going to make sugar, oil. If that place has got demand for produce, so what we'll do is we'll try to supply it with a bit of produce. But we might stop it here. We've got a fair bit done in terms of infrastructure. We'll continue up next episode with some more intensive, and we'll try to get this production line with our steel and our produce going for even more dollars. DJ out.